Britain, Jesse, because we're quite polite and we like to answer people when they talk to us. I mean, mind your own business doesn't work as a reply, does it?
Raise. 30 more.
Oh,
50 total.
Andy may have run into trouble here.
Yeah.
Is Dave going to chuck them all in? I think he's been waiting for this.
Yeah, all in.
All in.
It's the only way.
And Ken Broad reacting like he's got a decision. Yeah, he might have had that idea in mind himself. But he'll take the hint now that he's behind, I would imagine.
I don't think Ken will want to get involved in this. They may have looked pretty when he first looked at them. They don't look so pretty now. Andy's got an interesting decision.
He certainly does.
93 more.
How much is that to me, please?
Way too much.
3 more, 143 more.
I mean, if the percentages
30 in as well.
between these three
Total.
looked at, Broad
Sorry?
obviously not in terrible shape,
Total
but
is we've got 93 plus
If he calls this, Jesse, his hand may not just tingle, it could fall off.
So 143 to me.
he may feel like if he re-raises, he can get Andy off the hand and only be playing Dave
Pass.
Garbats for half his stack. But
He's taken the sensible route, though. Now, Andy's decision is huge here. He must suspect that his kick is no good.
well, Andy's put in, I think, about 50,000, and Dave Garbats has only raised something like 60 or 70 more. Mathematically, Pyra could probably call with a lot of hands, but stack-wise, he's fine if he folds. That's 50. That's about 80. And he's got about, well, he's got about 140, I think.
Once again, Andy's play today has been to make the big re-raise himself. And I think he's going to be shy of calling a big re-raise here.
Yeah, he can get back in this with 140,000. But if he calls, he'll be playing for everything,
Okay.
won't he?
Cool.
He's
He
called.
has called. He doesn't want to see an ace, and that's what he is going to see.
It's Martin.
Yeah.
He felt like he couldn't leave him behind,
If
but
he did all in, I would have.
this is curtains time for Pyra, unless the deuce, the ugly duckling, hits the board.
That's that, boys. You'll get it. You'll hit it.
Deuce.
I think Andy will still have chips left.
Flush.
Correct.
Even if he loses his hand. I think he'll still be in, but he will be very weak.
Oh,
Dear.
that was a rude awakening. Although a jack right now, interestingly enough, would make it a split pot.
And running hearts would give Andy the flush.
That's
Oh.
cruel, but it's given him a few more outs. A deuce to win, a jack to tie. Not enough. And they'll do a countdown now to see what
jack
Pyra's
to tie.
scatterings are left with. I think it's less than 100,000.
That was a really tough decision for Andy to make. He was kind of pot committed. He thought his ace was good, and he
If he
he
doesn't all
called
in, I do.
he called the wrong hand, Jesse.
Too much, not always enough. And Andy Pyra back to square one here. Garbats, all of a sudden looking strong indeed.
Yeah, Andy's down to 66,000 chips with the blinds at 10 and 20. He's got very little time to act.
Fold.
But he hasn't been slow to act, has he, Jesse? He'll probably stick them in sooner rather than later.
66,000 and 20,000 of that is out in the big blind.
Cool.
And Andy Pyra
Right.
might just have to go all into okay. He's taking the flop.
He's taken the flop. Had he put his chips in, I think Ken would have folded.
You're asking how it can shake your confidence to
He
deal with
was
a
right.
sim-
Do you think he was right to see a flop there, Jesse?
Pyra's only concern now is how to get the rest of Ken's chips in. I think
he's going to struggle to do that. If he bets, Ken will fold, I think.
the minimum bet right now is 20,000. He's checked. He's checked quickly. And I think Andy Pyra might be content to wait until the river to put any chips in.
The big
Check.
sigh.
I've checked.
A 7. A 7 would be the card. And he has finally hit pay dirt here.
And he's
20,000.
the bluff. Well played, Andy Pyra. Good acting too. As a
Sorry, what?
semi-pro myself. Yeah.
How long should he wait for? Oh well. Oh,
But he-
reluctantly.
Fold.
But it didn't work. Is he going to show?
He has to. No.
No.
How am I going to get myself out of this spot? Says Andy. Flop a full house. Kings full eights, and he was willing to check until Delilah came home. Ken Broad finally put a bluff in at the end with no pair. And the full house won without a showdown. 15 and 30,000 on the blinds now, Norman.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking about that last hand. When you flop a full house like that, how are you going to get paid? I think Andy did very well
Pass.
to wait to the river and at least extract a little money.
But the blind's at a stage now where, as they say, looking at your cards may be a
Pass.
disadvantage. It can only take your courage away. And I wonder if Pyra could have found a raise there. But it pretty much is where, rather than hoping, I think, for you to pick up a big hand, you just have to kind of hope the other players don't pick up anything at all.
Yeah, totally. And Andy's down to about 90,000 chips now, so the blinds are going to take him out in 2 rounds. He's got to get him in, but he's never been shy of that in this game.
No, I'd venture to say he's going to push in here no matter what he's got.
He's on the button, but if you push him in and get caught, oh, he'll be delighted. He's good. Oh, you're forcing me to put my chips in.
He's actually got such a big hand that he's
Cool.
decided just to call. And
Pass.
I'm all in.
it's a
Raise.
bit dangerous, but it's
All in,
gotten the
and
right
call.
reaction. Ken Broad actually in trouble here. The best hand, really.
Ace jack. Pair jacks.
That Pyra, or one of the best hands he could be up against. The jack is dead. It's blocked. Just one overcard now. 70-30. And Pyra just has to block the ace from the board to double through. If the bullet comes, it'll be the last one he sees. 2 cards to come, and this is what gets your heart going. I think that...
3 cards in the deck.
That's not even close. Anything but an ace for the Piranha. Broad looking to seal the deal here.
Well done, that's a good hand. Well done.
Nice man, he's still alive.
He even took his glasses off,
yeah.
Jesse.
Yeah.
And must be serious. Andy doubles through. He's back in it.
He was really willing to gamble with those jacks. I mean, just calling on the button there.
75, 85, 91.
But that's the way you win. He who dares, I guess.
85, 91, 94.
No one to play with? There's always PartyPoker.com.